Hello everybody, my name is Melissa Martinez and I'm going to talk about the activity of the first step, that is to look into for designing teaching material. But first I would like to talk about the three vital questions that are asked by the author of the text, Tomlinson. The first one is what should be provided for the learners. The second is how it should be provided, and the last one is what can be done with it to promote language learning. So with these three questions I'm going to continue to answer the two questions that are in the guide for this first step and the first activity. So let's begin. Yes. What should English language learning material have? Material should achieve impact. When materials have a noticeable effect on learners, example, curiosity, interest, annotation, etc. So there is a very chance that some of that of the language in materials will be taken into processing through novelty. There are unusual activities, topics, variety that are breaking up the monotony, attractive presentation that colors, pictures, videos, appealing content that are topics which offer a possibility of learning, and achievable challenge that tags which challenge the learners to think. The other one are materials should help learners to feel at ease. The less anxious the learner, the better language acquisition proceeds. Materials can help to feel more comfortable. Text and illustration that they can relate to their own culture. And third, materials that tries to help them to learn than they are with the materials which are always testing them. The next one are materials should help learners to develop confidence. So materials attempt to build confidence through activities which try to push learners slightly beyond their existing proficiency. By engaging them in tasks, we are stimulating also activities that involve creativity, analysis, imagination, etc. And the last one, are materials should take into account that learners different learning styles. Different learners have different preferred learning styles, that the visuals, that auditory, the kinesthetic, the studio, experiential, analytic, global, and also there are the dependent and independent learners. Next question is a proposal for principles approaches to the development of ELT materials. Well, Tomlinson also explained some proposals. I think that it shows three. The first one, learners are exposed to a rich, meaningful, and comprehensive input of language in use. They need to be able to understand enough of this input to gain positive access to it, and it needs to be meaningful to them. That was a quote from Crashing. So they can understand the input to gain positive access to the materials and to the learning processes. The materials should contain a lot of spoken and written text which provides extensive experience of language and authentic language, in the sense that it represents how the language is typically used, and also make sure that the language input is contextualized. The second one is that learners need to be engaged both affectively and cognitively in the language experience. Arnold exposed in 1999 that if the learners do not think and feel whilst experiencing the language, they are unlikely to acquire any elements of it. The positive feelings, example, enjoyment, happiness, stimulation, etc., brings better language acquisitions, but the negative feelings that are angers, opposition, fear, sadness, etc., is not good. But Tomlinson exposed that is more useful than feeling nothing at all. The materials can have to prioritize the potential for engagement, make use of activities which get the learners to think about what they are reading or listening to, and to respond to it personally, and make use of activities which get learners to think and feel more before, sorry, during, and after using the target language of communication. And the third one are language learners who achieve positively affect are much more likely to achieve communicative competence than those who do not. Arnold quote in 1899 that language learners need to be positive about the target language, about their learning environment, their teachers, about their fellow learners, and their learning materials. The positive emotion seems to be most useful in relation to language acquisition, but it is much better to feel angry or negative feelings than to feel nothing at all. That is, I think that the second proportion, the third one, have a really close connections about the feelings. The materials should be interesting, relevant, and enjoyable. Must have set a achievable challenge which help to raise the learners' self-esteem when success is accomplished. And the third one is stimulate emotive response through the use of music, song, literatures, etc. So thank you very much. I chose a text that was text on the guide that was a Tomlinson, and I also looked for another one that was online. It helped me a lot to do these expositions, and also the quotes of Arnold and Krishna. Thank you very much for your attention. Hope you like it. Have a wonderful day. Thanks so much. Bye bye.